Wait. I just realized the play. So how about making everything indestructible? And now going for Day of Judgment. Well, one of the creatures are unlike the other. And now we go to combat phase on empty board. Oh, thank you. That's another Knight of the Rounds. Not legendary, by the way. Yeah, I think we did just fine. Not have a single point of white mana. However, for this deck, it's kinda expected. This is why we have 2 planes that we can, fetch from cards like Shared Roots, or, anything that gets the basic land. So, kinda does the job for now. We'll need to hit second at some point, but I think we should. And I added this, the dual lands for Celestia, because originally I thought that 2 basics will be enough, but sometimes you also want to just, hit the thing. Well, let's see the choice. I will make it harder. We're going Trickster route. the Trickster Ascension path. It didn't work, they took the wrong one. So we will hit a forest. We can swing because they will never block with this. And we're waiting. On the bright side, our deck can use all those lands. So if we slow the game and just play land a turn, I mean at turn 7 we can start dropping all the bombs. We just need to draw them. But to be fair, if we have a land that gives white mana, that's Day of Judgment. If we hit any ramp spell, I mean, we get to 7 and probably can reanimate something big. Or play something big. Now it's kind of very similar between Reanimator and Ramp, because you cheat big creatures just in a different way. Smuggler's Surprise is nice. I guess we can chill. I don't think we'll get into second mode, so you know what, we could hit Regent here, or something. I will go for it. Right now. Right now. I don't think we can go for the ambush, so we will probably get this and the Tyrant. Because with this, well, guess what? We can sweep on the next turn. The downside is, they know. They know exactly that we can sweep. But we can block Amalia, so this will be really hard for them to deal tons of damage. There's second in the hand, so it's not like they will completely be devastated by losing this one, but the pump is gone. So we sweep on the next turn. Yep, we will. And this is why we play a ramp deck with sweepers. Because otherwise you will die to this. Even if you get your Tyrant, it will just get outscaled with all the aggro cards. But if you do this, well, you get benefit of playing control, and you also get the ramp with all the big threats. So you can, basically threaten a lot of slower decks too. So that was the idea. Case into Amalia, probably. They cannot go for the Pest if they go Amalia. Yeah, I think this is the right choice. They know about second Day of Judgment, but I think at this point it's completely over for our opponent. They have great scaling, a lot of synergies, but our stuff is just better. Like, we have bigger, better, cooler creatures. Especially if you can stack Tyrants. Bro, it's going crazy. Like, if you have double Tyrant into Regent, this will draw you 2 cards and life gain 9. Like, even aggro deck just cannot go through it, and if they can at some point, you Day of Judgment, because that means they invested like 7 cards, and your Tyrants are getting back to the board, swinging for 12 if you have 2 of them. So, at some point they just, whatever they will do and you will do, your cards are just stronger and more, explosive, basically. They cannot even attack with this. Okay, so we could sweep already, or just play this and have some fun. We might hit a land for the elf too. We probably should. So let's play the elf too. Perfect. Perfect, thank you. I needed that elf. So they can scale the board even more, but they cannot kill us at any point. They cannot even take damage to give flying to Channeler. Honestly, it's getting to a point where they can just scoop without even attacking or fighting. It just feels hopeless for them. This scales a little bit, but whenever they get to a point where this board wins against this board, that means they invested so much resources and time and cards that we just sweep it, reset, and we are still ahead whatever happens. They cannot even put the counters because this will be dead. This is green, right? Yep, so right now they cannot get it, for example. Wait, is that the... Okay, they live gain from this. We could even win this board. So we need to think, how do we want to win this? I think this will be easy. I mean, we can do it. It's fine. We will get so many cards. And we can do it because we have so many more like creatures. Like Knights of Round will single-handedly outvalue everything they have. So we can be wasteful a little bit. We missed on the land. I believe we need more. No, we already have enough. We can also go for Smuggler Surprise, giving Indestructible, and catch them when they attack. That's also really cool. And they're running out of options slowly. We missed the land. That's interesting. So do we go for the Knights? We do not draw then. I think we just swing. We have so many game plans here. I think we go for this because it's indestructible and it gives us value for next 4 turns. So at some point they will be in some serious trouble. And we're at 28, so Channeler will never kill us alone. They can go Mosea, but yeah, And guys, when you play this type of deck, don't just smack Day of Judgment moment they have 2 creatures. Just make sure that when you are starting to lose on board, then you play it. Just try to get as much value as you can from this, because I think a lot of inexperienced players will just play it super fast, and then you risk the fact that you will never do the next one, and they can rebuild, and those synergies are insane. We don't need to care about them, because ours, are also good, and we can always sweep the board. Yeah, sure. That's only 9 damage. We don't really care. This one doesn't have trample, so of course we block this. And this one is only 9 damage, so we don't really care. And now when we sweep, we get the Knights surviving and also the Tyrant token. Oh, they got the freaking bat. Oh, I can respect... the Day of Judgment with the bat. So that's a cool play. I don't think it will work because we are getting so many dudes. I will change slightly the gameplay. I think we'll just start blocking it, but at some point we'll just get so much value. We probably get what? Those guys. They don't have any big blockers, so this can attack freely. We also get a lot of extra cards. So on ground we are basically unkillable, even without a sweeper. And I mean, I think we still have like 2 more in the deck. And even if we don't draw it, I think we can still win just because our board is so much better. This is a nice one. Now we can play it and have a Smuggler's Surprise. Alright, so this should be a bit of a play. We keep the Knights are the vanguards. They are protecting the castle. That's enough damage for the turn. Let's see what we will get, because we can also live gain with this. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's a big one. Yep. Oh, here's the next one, but I don't think honestly we even need it. At this point we can just win on board because we have so much more. To be fair, this card is insane for ramp spells or ramp decks because you attack and instantly have a chance of hitting another 7-drop. So that's kinda massive. And we chill. I don't think we need shared roots anymore. 2? Sure. I guess we can get 1 and 1 just to have options. So on ground they cannot really attack. We can block this guy very easy with Knights of Round. And this, I mean, we have 12 in stats, so we can even kill it. Or just take the damage with 34. So they already used the case. They are using everything they had, which is really good for us. Let's see how much they can pump them. Well, not enough to kill. That's one of the difference between this deck and like Slickshot aggro. Slickshot aggro, if they have, 7 cards, can probably deal 30 or 40 damage. This deck just cannot. They scale a little bit slower than the red decks. By the way, they don't know about it. They think that they are dodging Day of Judgment. Yep. If Amalia went to 20, that would be a bit of a problem, but we still have Knights of Round and the token, so even then I think we could survive. But of course they are pretty long way from there. Mossel. Probably a good card. And now they need to think how to attack. Those two seem to be a given. We'll just face tank this so we go down to only 20. And this one is very easy block. If they cannot shock themselves, channel is not important. Sure. More stuff. Let's go. Bigger number. Let's go. Let's see how they will attack. Because they still need to keep the blockers. Like, they're at 16. Oh, after all of this live game, they're very close to that anyway. And we can just full swing. We have 18, 25 damage with trample. So they need to actually leave the toughness creatures. But no way, they only attack with bats and flyers. We cannot block them, so that's 3 damage. Banked for our opponent. No way, they actually... Man, they are respecting the board, I'll tell you that. So we have to take the damage, of course. Nothing we can do about it. They go to 17, and we are down to only 31. Which means we are basically dead. Bro, they don't know. They don't know. But I'm not sure if we are even playing it. It's still their turn. Bro, the triggers. Yep. Here you go, more stuff. And see, when you play Day of Judgment right now, it feels a little bit better than early. I know they have stolen it, but most decks won't, and even those that will, as you can see, you can use this board to force them to overextend super hard. And at some point you will draw the next one. So we will chill. Oh, we get more stuff, thank you. The question is, do we attack first? We can always Smuggler. Wait. I just realized the play. Oh, someone was screaming. Someone was definitely screaming this. I guess we can do this. We have a lot of mana. So how about making everything indestructible already? Yep, yep. And now going for Day of Judgment. Well, one of the creatures are unlike the other. And now we go to combat phase on empty board. Oh, thank you. That's another Knight of the Rounds. Not legendary, by the way. Yeah, I think we did just fine. Seems to be mono green, so maybe we can just try to outrun them. Not sure if we can. But let's try it. Man, I would love to get a Aether Regent or a 4-mana ramp spell that gives us 2 lands. That would be perfect. That would fix probably all of our problems. No way! No freaking way, bro. God of Magic. Just name the card and get it. I always told you, Schaffer is always on our side here. Every single day. Every single day. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Does that get lost? Seize. Fortunately, we are not a reanimation deck, but that's different. I thought it would be like some aggro mono green, but it seems to be a hardcore control deck. They have 3 mana to our insanity mana. I didn't even count. Let's go Tyrant. Bro, this ramp is wild. And here's our first Smuggler surprise. I mean, it kinda will do the job, I guess. We can ramp with this, get the 3 mana version, and then probably get the full effect from this. Now we have protection spells. Wait, that's kinda huge. We could go for the Regent and draw a card. We still have 2 mana to protect. You know what? I think this is the play. I wanted to go for the lands, but with Tyrant it actually becomes way better play. And we still hit the land from this. I mean, kinda works for me. So, wait. If a card or token would be put into a graveyard, exile it. When this creature dies... Well, okay, so we need to really protect our creatures, just to make sure. This could be a sweeper. Hopefully it's not the one that does some bad things to us. Haha, you want my cool dinosaurs? No. You want my cool dinosaurs, bro. Sorry, I'm more focused on the voice line to sound cool than to actually make the right play. So we go with Hexproof. You cannot target my stuff. Oh, I know you wanted it, but you cannot have it. It's too cool for you. Let's go for this. I want more mana so we can go big surprise on the next turn. That's a lot of mana, by the way. Now we can double Smuggler surprise, and our opponent is at 3 life. Kinda works. Kinda works. I hope this will be enough. We can double protect them. No. 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 Oh, try again, my friend. Here you go. Oh, that was so satisfying, man. Well, guys, I would love to know who we are playing against. Some Grey Fox dude. Unfortunately, we never met before, so I am absolutely not familiar with the player. For some reason, I cannot recall anything like this. Mono red so far. I mean, we definitely need to ramp as hard as we humanly can. We have double white mana, so we don't need more planes. Let's just get the forest. And I mean, our ramping game, pretty solid, but I'm a little bit terrified because this doesn't feel like an aggro, so they might have some big spells. You know, probably Capstone. Or maybe this is just a burn deck, in which case we need to hit the Tyrant as soon as possible. And that also means we don't want to go for the Garden. Okay, we have to go this and make sure that we can hit 7 drops already on the next turn. We cannot go this into Regent, it's too slow. It's legit too slow. I think we can take 1 planes. Just to make sure we have double white without shocking if we draw a forest from the top, for example. So I think we should be okay if that's a burn deck, and if they play this, there's no reason to play this card except trying to burn someone. So let's go. Tyrant, my favorite, my pet dinosaur for ramp decks. And I remember Titan of Industry, and this is probably the closest we have. Absolutely love this. So we are back to 20, but the problem for our opponent is that when this drops, we life gain more. It gets a creature, we life gain more. So this might be the last creature to swing face and be proud of the big number. Go for it. They can double the power, but it will be 10 damage. Full Bore, I think, is 2 mana, right? It's not the most used card. So, okay, that's a ton of damage. Bro, what the hell? Yeah, absolutely legit gameplay of just playing 2-drop, unloading the hand, and hoping for 20 plus damage. Nothing to see here. And they scoop because the number wasn't big enough. Well, let's go. 0 ramp, but we have a sweeper, so if we hit an aggro deck, we should be safe until we get to sweepers. Llanowar Elves go. We can still hit some of the ramp spell on the next turn. Like, Elves are here for Regent, because it's 1 mana ramp into 3 mana ramp, and you also have the Lessons, which are 2 mana ramp. What? Bro? You sure about that? What is going on, bro? What is going on? This play made absolutely no sense. Scavenger is one of their best cards, and I guess they feared Elves so much, but it's probably because they don't realize what our deck is and what our draw is. So they just lost their main scaling. Without Scavenger, they need way more time to set up the lethal board, so that gives us more time to survive it. We play this so we don't need to, you know, later lose to life for the shock. So I'm pretty happy with this situation, especially that we have double Day of Judgment. And honestly, like, this is one of the favorite twists. Normally you don't play ramp with sweepers because that's not in your strategy, but against current standard it's just so fast, you kinda have to. And then against a lot of decks you get free win. You just kill the board, and your creatures can be played normally even without ramp. However, we need to get to that point. Next turn it's a counter. So I think we keep the Elves and play this on the next turn. And here we'll just go for the extra cards from the Smuggler surprise. We'll see, we'll see. Because we could also wait 1 more turn and just Smuggler surprise, but we probably need to draw a creature from the top. Okay, they go for this. We need to make sure that the board is clear on double strike turn, which is the next one. The counter is fine, it's just +1 damage. Oh, yeah, sure. Make sure you overextend. Just to be sure that Sweeper hits harder. Man. Okay, I think we can choose the strategy here. So it will be just sweepers. Let's see if they pump to save the spider. They decided not to. So do we go to damage? We do. And we go for this. We still have spare mana, so we don't need to cast it immediately. We're at the end step. So let's go. See what we hit. We can literally just play creatures normally from the top. So we take land and the Tyrant, because that's all we need. Against those aggro decks, you can literally just play like a control, and you will get so much time that you just play the Tyrants. I'm so happy they played it like this. With that Scavenger early game, we would need to sweep way faster and we would be way lower on the life total. Right now they only have the Vendor. Can we take this one hit? I think we should. Then we go Tyrant. This can hit us pretty... So this is a bit of a risk. Imagine like land into triple Ethereal Armor and the Aura. I mean, then we are dead. So if we play Sweeper, we guarantee that they cannot do it. And then we play Tyrant, but we might not hit it. I will take the risk. 10 is a lot of life for this deck. Even one Ethereal Armor won't be enough. Let's get this and this. And don't forget that the Tyrant is healing you. And in 2 turns you have 1 Tyrant, then you play Raph and Mikey, and swing and probably get another creature, so you get like 6 life gain and 2 cards if you have Tyrant and play this. Most of the time, but you can still hit elves, but we assume we will get better. And second sweeper might win on its own, by the way. This is very good, it's only +1 damage for 2 mana, so kinda taxes them heavily. Yep. Down to 6. Let's see if they play another creature. I think they probably have Shardmage Rescue. They might... Oh boy. Oh boy. Do we? We could also... So we can get Tyrant and Raph. Or we could go double Tyrant, which is kinda guarantee. But I think we go for it. This will be so fun. And they don't have counter spells, so they cannot do anything about it. Bro, our opponent thinks that he's winning super hard on this turn. They will pump and be happy about it. Or if they don't, we don't need to make the play then. Sure. Scry. This is so funny. Lurking with this sneaky Smuggler surprise is so funny. Okay, down to 2. What do you have? Man, I was sure they will try to kill us on this turn. So we go this, and we can still get 2 cards. Let's go! Why not? Maybe we get something better. So, at this point we are probably not dying. This and this, but first we go double Tyrant. Here you go. This is the real power of creatures. From 2 to 14. Seems about right. And we also have Regent, which is perfect for double Tyrants. However, I think it's even cooler if we play this. We life gain back to 20 to show our opponent what's the real power. Yep. And you will never run out of cards when you have this type of setup and they cannot answer it. We keep Smuggler Surprise. So this is 19 damage. This is a forced block somehow. Oh, that's so fun, man. And if we lose Tyrant, we also get the token, which means we get even more life gain and more cards. Let's see what we hit. I hope for something juicy. Well, here you go. It seems we're against Mono Black Demons. Pilfer. Oh boy, that's an interesting one. It's Shared Roots. Normally you discard the Tyrant, but because our draw is so freaking weird, this was the only card that allowed us to get into those. And it's not like they will discard 3 in a row. So, very weird situation for us. We definitely want to hit a ramp spell from the top, preferably one that gives us 2 lands. That would be perfect. And by the way, we play the one we are. Really, bro? Come on. Oh, this is not looking great. You know what? This is actually a play for the next turn, so we'll do this. And play Smuggler Surprise. Because this is a little bit of card that... Oh, we got punished. I still have to do it. It's way, way better. So, I wanted to say something, but I don't remember. Man, this will be rough, because this card... If you don't have a ramp, it takes you forever to play those cards, so they have free reign over your hand. But, at some point they can miss. This is definitely a Regent turn, because we can play the land from this and also ramp. So it's like perfect. And we can go small Smugglers. So, I mean, if we untap with this, we can already double Tyrant. Don't do the thing that I know you want to do. No filthy discard, just play, I don't know, something that is not a discard and pass the turn. We can be friends then. I'll click your spellbook just to cement the friendship. See? All the nice songs to you, bro. Just don't do the thing. Honk. We didn't have a honk for the day for forever. That's important part of your daily routine, especially with the power honk. As long as the discard is not dropping, we can be the best friends forever. Our opponent is really savoring this moment, I'm not gonna lie, man. They really milk it to 100%. Thank you, this is the type of gameplay we wanted. Bro, we can drop double Tyrant with this. They don't know about the Smuggler Surprise. They don't know about it. They know that we have double Tyrant, but nothing more. Oh, I have a sneaky play. If we draw a land, we are not playing it. Because then they will think that we couldn't play the Tyrant and we pass the turn because we have nothing to do. Oh, or maybe. Or maybe. I'm going for the ambush. We could do it main phase and potentially play a land, but I don't think it's so important. What can they do for 2 mana at instant speed? They can kill their own Sanctuary with their own Bitter Triumph. Guys, this is indeed a play you can make. What is going on? What is going on, bro? I mean, when our opponent sees the play, I expect a very quick scoop. You know what's funny? They actually can get all the Tyrants from our hand. We need to play... Bro, this is the most pointless play, but at the same time it actually hit perfectly and we need to play into it. But do we have a mana for it? I don't think so. I think we have exactly 6. Because we still get the value from it, so it's still good. If they target the wrong card, we don't need to make this play, but if they target Tyrant, we lose the whole hand and the whole gameplay. So I cannot believe we need to play into a sweeper. But this is why you get so much value that it's still good for you. But man, come on. Come on. Oh, 3 lands. And an elf. Well, that was an interesting twist. So at this point we used triple Tyrants. But we still lost them, so I expect we'll get 2 dinosaurs, which is 12 damage. And 2 more cards, and then we draw a card, so this play of playing all the creatures into a sweeper is massively the winning one. Yep, and it all falls apart. Yep, and now we can also protect them, so should be pretty nice for us. Swing? I cannot believe this worked! For kinda both of us. Let's go this into this because we can. And of course, Smuggler Surprise will make sure that nothing kills our cool dinosaurs. We still have Knights of Round, and with Smuggler Surprise we can draw more cards, but at this point it should be really over. Mono Black is not great at dealing with this type of stuff. Man, what a weird game. But listen, I'll take the win. I'll take the win. Well guys, some great news. The ramp is back on the menu and we actually completely crushed it. To my own surprise, we went 5-1, so We absolutely smorked everyone in some of the most epic games, and I hope you watched the whole thing, because honestly I think every single game we had today was just fully epic. Man, this was magic. And before I get more excited about it and explain the deck a little bit, our absolute legend for today is none other than Seth, one of our veterans on the channel, and as far as I remember, my friend, I think you didn't get the ramp, especially such a cool one. So this one is for you. Thank you for supporting channel for all of this time, and I hope you had fun. Thank you. And about the deck, I have to say, Raph and Mikey is such a great addition. I never played with this card before, and I knew it kinda has a potential, because you like the haste. The haste is insane, because usually you play 7-drop and it needs to do all the heavy lifting, but if you play this you get another one. Of course, Tyrant is like the backbone of the whole ramp. This is the card that saves you from dying. They cannot kill it because you get the second one and you get even more ahead, and it usually helps you redraw the next threat. So this is the most important, but with Raph you can be so aggressive, and good rolls might give you a Tyrant, so this is just a freebie. And of course, Summon Knights of Round. It's one of those cards that are so hard to answer. Even a control deck might struggle against it because of Indestructible. And you can get multiples, which makes it even hard. Bro, I still never got to Chapter 5. Literally, since it was printed, everybody dies before it goes to Chapter 5. It's just Ultimate Summon, what can I say? I mean, they did a good job with this one. Flavor-wise. We have this because we can theoretically sneak. I was considering, instead of elves, this new bear mage with rampart growth, but then we cannot go elves into regent, which is kind of the big deal, because we have like two ways to ramp. Elves on turn 1 into turn 2 regent, or shared roots into the technique. So this deck is all in on the ramp. The only thing that isn't a ramp or a ramp payoff are the sweepers, and I think this is such a cool addition because it gives you huge massive chance against all the aggro decks, which are wildly popular, and at the same time it doesn't really hamper you. Even if you lose the elves and you kill like 5 creatures, it's a good freaking deal. You don't even need to play Smuggler Surprise with this build, but I liked it. I added it later into the build, and I think it made the deck a little bit better. The ambush is always fun, and the hexproof is absolutely massive because those creatures are supposed to win the game. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one. And if you are too, tell me in the comments, like and subscribe so we can make more. I would love to make deck like this. It was so fun, man. So make sure to support it so I can. And thank you to all patrons for supporting the channel, for helping make all this content, and being an absolute bro. It's so appreciated, guys. I will tell you one day how much difference you made. So really thank you, and that's it for today. Thank you for watching until the end, and see you guys in the next one.